think when you're 17 and you're trying to work out what you want to do, you're about to leave school and you don't quite know what you want to do with your life. It's quite a difficult time, and for me, I just really had no idea what I wanted to do, and it was sort of very varied from day to day. I was sort of changing my mind, and it wasn't until I went to sort of open days at universities that I realised that I was really interested in getting into media, and from that I went to Bournemouth University and I did a degree in media and communications. And I think I realised when I was at university that I really enjoyed marketing, and what I enjoyed about it was that mix between kind of creativity, but also the kind of the business and the strategy side of it as well, and it was a kind of a merging of that. So from there on, I knew that that was the kind of thing that I wanted to do. Whilst I was at university, I went out and did quite a few different work experience placements. So I worked everywhere from a graphic design agency through to a PR agency through to Bliss magazine, which I don't even know if that still exists anymore. But it was a really kind of varied different work placements that I did to kind of get a sense of what the working world was like and what aspects of it I liked. And I think from going and doing that, it did make me realise, yeah, marketing is kind of the area that I want to go into. I got my work experience placements by doing a lot of research online. So I had a real think about the kinds of places that I wanted to get experience in, things that I kind of had a curiosity about and wanted to kind of understand a bit more about them. And it was literally a case of just emailing people, calling people, and arranging those placements, and kind of just being really enthusiastic and kind of saying, look, I'll do anything to get there. I've been at Channel 4 coming up 4.5 years, and I started at Channel 4 as a marketing assistant, and over those 4.5 years I've kind of worked my way sort of up through the department. So from marketing assistant, I then moved on to marketing exec. When I was a marketing exec, there was an opportunity to act up in a marketing manager position for 9 months, covering a maternity leave. So I took that opportunity, and whilst I was acting up in that role, I was then promoted to a marketing manager. And having done that role for a couple of years, I was then promoted to a senior marketing manager. So over the kind of 4.5 years, my career has kind of developed quite rapidly kind of at Channel 4. And across that time, I've worked across a lot of different projects and a lot of different genres. So I started out kind of working on E4 and entertainment and comedy, and working on the likes of kind of Made in Chelsea from sort of series 1. And then from that I worked across a lot of the dramas, so I was working on kind of Utopia series 1, worked on kind of a big series on Channel 4 called Mating Season, which was kind of, we rebranded the channel and we did a big campaign for it and kind of pulled together lots of content, and that was a really exciting sort of thing to work across. And then from that I moved into the factual team in marketing, and on that I was working on sort of things like Live from Space, where we were working with kind of NASA, and that was an incredibly exciting project where we were kind of pulling together a whole season of sort of space programming. And then, you know, even more recently working across kind of big series like Gogglebox and The Jump and The Island with Bear Grylls. So I've worked across a real kind of spectrum of programming since my sort of time being here.